So I've asked Professor Willard of our State University to come in and sketch in a few details of our past history here. Professor Willard, just a few brief notes. Thank you, Professor. Unfortunately, our time here is limited.
Yes, sir. Grover's Corners, let me see. Grover's Corners lies on the old Pliocene granite of the Appalachian Range. I mean, it's some of the oldest land in the world. We're very proud of that here. Of course, there are some more recent outcroppings, sandstone showing through a shelf of Devonian basalt, some vestiges of Mesozoic shale, but these are comparatively new, some 200 or 300 million years. Some interesting fossils have been found. I may say unique fossils, 2 miles north of Peckham's Farm in Silas Peckham's cattle pasture. These may be viewed in the museum at the university at any time. At any reasonable time, that is. Shall I read some of Professor Gruber's notes on the meteorological situation, mean precipitation, etc.?
Afraid we won't have time left, Professor, but we might have a few brief notes on the history of man here, you know.
Yes, sir. Anthropological data.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Early Amerindian stock, mostly Cotahatchee tribes. No evidence before the 10th century of this era, now entirely disappeared. Possible traces in 2 or 3 families. Early migration mid-part of the 17th century of an English brachiocephalic blue-eyed stock. Since then, some Slav Mediterranean.
And the population, Professor?
Within the town limits, 2,640.
Oh, just a moment. We had twins this morning.
The current population is 2,642.
Thank you,
The
Professor.
postal district brings in 507 more,
Thank
making a grand total of 3,149.
Thank you very much.
Mortality,
Professor.
birth rates constant. By McPherson's gauge, 6.032.
Thank you very much, Professor. I know we're all much obliged to you.
Not at all, sir. Not at all.
Well now, a political and social report by Editor Webb. Mr. Webb?
He'll be here in just a moment. He cut his hand while eating an apple. Charles, everybody's waiting.
Mr. Webb is publisher and editor of the Grover's Corner Century Matters, all over the paper, you know.
Well, I don't have to tell you we're run here by Board of Selectmen. All males for the age 21, the women put in direct. We're lower middle class, sprinkled on professional men, 10% are literate laborers. Politically, we are 86% Republicans, 6% Democrats, 4% Socialists, and the rest are indifferent. Religiously, we are 85% Protestants, 12% Catholics, and the rest are indifferent.
And do you have any comments about the town, Mr. Webb?
Oh, very ordinary town. People better behave the most, probably about older though. The young people here seem to like it. 90% of them graduated from high school and settled down right here to live, even when they've been away to college.
Now, is there anyone in the audience who'd like to ask Editor Webb any questions about our town?